How do you feel? Rest assured, it's not a trick question. But if you're like me, I didn't know how I felt. I was never talked about feelings in childhood or adulthood. Then I am 30 and seeing a feelings chart for the first time, and I'm looking at 25 feelings. Wow. And the person is telling me that there are many more feelings. What? Now I knew anger. I felt happy at times, but my baseline was sad. Now I am realizing that feelings run our lives. Feelings dictate our lives. I was stunned and amazed. For me, it was church, academics, athletics. I did not know I needed to incorporate feelings into the mix. So how does this happen? Well, I grew up in a family that didn't talk about feelings. I went to an all-boys high school. I played multiple sports. I joined a fraternity. I dated women who did not talk about feelings. And I escaped into addictions. Now, I am 30 saying I want more out of life. Yet I feel stuck. See, most of us, me included, have these emotional blocks, these emotional walls. And these emotional blocks keep us emotionally stunted, emotionally immature, emotionally like a child. I was emotionally immature. I was emotionally stunted. You see, we have two ages. We have a biological age and we have an emotional age. So here I was. In my 20s, I read a lot of self-help books. I had a lot of dreams and a lot of goals. Now, I accomplished a number of my dreams and goals. Yet the one that constantly eluded me was this peace of heart, this kind of enjoyment of life, to be content, to be serene. I was constantly fighting myself, fighting others. And I always believed I had to figure out how to solve and achieve my goals and my dreams. I didn't. But I could ask for help. And I did. Now, just like anything else, the first time you do something, it is the hardest. It was very hard to ask for help that first time. Asking for help is a sign of strength. Asking for help is a sign of courage. So, I said, what is the secret to life? Now here it is. I'm going to tell you. 1, understand your feelings. 2, master your feelings. 3, feel and have the freedom to feel your feelings. You do that and your life is limitless. So, my journey begins. I had to look at my past. I had to look into what I wanted to do in the future. I also had to look at relationships and look at the people in it. Do you know what sucks? Having to press that restart button at age 30. Changing half the things that I needed to change. Half measures avail us nothing. Now, I would hear that in meeting, and that is so true. I had to go all in, but I was terrified. So then I'm 33 and realizing I need to go all in. I need to do more because I've had enough. Now, I had no idea what that meant because going all in was the unknown. But I just had to just jump in. So emotional work is hard work. I had to work with a therapist because I needed to go deep into my feelings. I had to talk about emotions, talk about feelings, open up. And I'd already been working with a psychologist, but my therapist was able to deal with all that emotional stuff. But I also had to work 2 programs, work 2 sponsors to get into those secrets, to open up and have them talk to me by opening up about themselves. See, that is how true friendship works. True intimate relationships work. It was a revelation. But then I really understood friendship. So I had to build my emotional and spiritual self. Now we'll talk about spirituality in a later video. But the foundation of any life is your emotional and your spiritual self. Now, since I didn't know anything about emotions, I was starting from 0, which is exciting and scary. I'm going to have this quote from Helen Keller. The best and most beautiful things in the world cannot be seen or touched. They must be felt with the heart. It all starts with music. See, even when I couldn't feel, when you can't feel, we all feel music. Music touches our souls and touches our feelings and our emotional self. We all have a favorite artist, favorite songs. Like for me, if I want to get pumped up, feel strong, I'll put on Bruce Springsteen, Dream Baby Dream, or The Kinks, I Wish I Could Fly Like Superman. Or if I want to feel love and get romantic, it's Marvin Gaye's Sexual Healing, or Tank, You Mean That Much. You see, music can touch every feeling. Feeling excitement, power, strength, happiness, sadness. It can touch every other feeling. And that is the beauty of music. We all have it. Now I want to share something to tell you how long music has been vital to us. This is a quote from Henry Wadsworth Longfellow. He wrote this in the 1800s. Music is the universal language of mankind. Never judge a person. Do you know why? Because you do not know how they were brought up. You do not know what they've gone through. And I can absolutely tell you, you do not know how they feel. Now, I use the word disability. Now, some people think a disability is a person with a missing limb, or they have some cognitive issues, or they have some motor control issues. Let me tell you, those people are more in tune with their bodies and their emotions on what they have to deal with on a daily basis. The true disability is the person who is unable to be open or vulnerable. Unable to be open and vulnerable to their spouse or to their best friend. Because they're not able to fully love themselves or fully love life. There is something holding them back. Either they can't or they refuse. And this refusal to express your feelings or the refusal to ask for help, that is the real tragedy. True happiness, contentment, and freedom is real, and you allow others to see the real you. People trust you when they think you're authentic. Your soul will pick up emotional wall. Your soul will also pick up true genuineness. When I started this channel, I had some friends and family say, I can't believe you're so open, you're so vulnerable. I looked at them and I'm telling you that there is no other way to live. You have to be open. You have to be vulnerable. There is a point that I have heard in meetings and in therapy that it hurts to hold back. Now you think you're protecting yourself. You are not. You are slowly dying inside. Ask yourself, why can you not be open and vulnerable to your spouse, to your best friend, to your lover, to your sibling, to your parent? Now you may say, well, I know how they're going to react. And that's possibly true. But you need to be open and transparent with at least one other human being, one other person, and hopefully more. Because someone has to know your secrets, has to know the real you, because that is the essence of an intimate relationship. And that is really about life, relationships. So we have to open up and tell people who we are. To me, my woman knows me. She knows my dreams, my goals, my accomplishments, my desires, my wishes, and my passions. She also knows my ability to hurt myself, to hurt her, to hurt others. How dumb I've been in relationships. And also around sex, with money, questioning God. Here's the thing. If I give her all this information, then she is better informed to make a decision to love me, to be in love with me, to love me unconditionally, because she knows everything. But you know what is the greater gift? Is to myself. Is that I then have the freedom to love myself. See, I believe we all have beautiful stories. We are the lead in our story. Everybody loves to hear a story. So own your story, tell it with feeling, and watch people understand you, love you. The human psyche is delicate. Dangerous mind, beautiful mind. Once we are in touch with our feelings, our life is limitless. If not, we are destined to struggles. Now, you might need professional help. If you do not know automatically how to express yourself, yes, talk to a professional, a therapist. Now, they may uncover some other stuff, like bipolar, narcissism, schizophrenia, borderline. They may even delve into, are you depressed? And compare it from depression to major depression. Everyone can use help in understanding their emotional self. See, the key is to understand why we act a certain way, how we respond a certain way, and how we deal with life. I'm going to give you some statistics. This is from Texas Monthly, March 2013. They did an article about the Texas prison system. Out of the 152,000 inmates, 15%, or 22,000 inmates, had some sort of mental health diagnosis. Of the 290 inmates on death row, 20%, or 58 inmates, were considered mentally ill. There is a thin line between mentally ill and I am fine. Here's a quote from Roy T. Bennett. Respect other people's feelings. It might mean nothing to you, but it can mean everything to them. Now, how many times have you been hurt by something a family member or a friend said? Or have watched some dispute happening between two family members or two friends about something one said to the other? Or when you've said something to a family member or friend and then you dismiss it by saying, I didn't mean anything by it. Don't be so sensitive. Get over it. When the body feels, it feels. We just need to be aware of our feelings and process them. Feelings feel good, feelings hurt. Remember, when you've had some of these amazing feelings, maybe it's because you were with someone, or you were with your child, or you were victorious in something, or you finished a project, you accomplished something, you traveled somewhere. We all want to replicate these amazing feelings. We also have our just everyday, ho-hum, basic feelings. And we also have our hurt feelings. These are important because we have to process these hurt feelings through therapy, through journaling, through prayer. See, the reason we do this is because we want to feel free, to be honest, to let that out. And then once we let out those hurt feelings, we can be in the moment. See, our immune system improves when our emotional and spiritual selves get strong. Yes, it is hard, but it is necessary because you deserve it. Then each day we can just live. We can live in these amazing feelings. And then when we have painful feelings, we can process them and move on. We all deserve to have the life that we want to live. Build that foundation, that emotional foundation. It is a muscle. Make it strong. I'm going to finish with some lyrics by Bon Jovi from the song It's My Life. I did it my way. I just want to live while I'm alive. It's my life. Life is wonderful.